Well, today I got out a venison roast and a couple of back straps, and I'm slicing it up for deer jerky. Now, usually when I make jerky, I mix up my own, the marinade I'm going to use to marinate the jerky with. But this time, I'm using some snack stick seasoning. It's by Backwoods. I had it up in the cabinet. It comes with pink curing salt. I did not use the pink curing salt with this. I just used the seasoning itself. So we'll get through the slicing of this. We'll speed it up a bit. Now I'm slicing this about a 1/4 inch thick or less, just almost a 1/4 of an inch thick. Now I end up with about 3 pounds of meat here. Now right there is the seasoning I use, Backwoods Original Snack Stick Seasoning. I don't use it all. I put about half in there and about a 1/2 tablespoon of soy sauce and about a 1/2 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce and about a tablespoon of teriyaki sauce. Love that teriyaki. Now we'll give it a mix, try to get it all well incorporated there, and then we're just going to allow it to set here for a while and try to get as much of it dissolved as we can. Now after it's set for a bit, we mix it up again, try to make sure we get all of it dissolved that we can, and then we pour it over this venison. Then we'll mix this marinade and venison together with our hands, making sure we get a good covering over all this meat. We mix it as much as we can here, making sure there isn't meat stuck together, where we can make sure this liquid gets between all of it. But not to worry, even if there is some meat stuck together, I believe it's going to soak into all of it overnight. Now we're going to place some tin foil over it, make sure it's fairly sealed, not just airtight, but just so we have tin foil over it, and we're going to set it in the fridge. Okay, here it is the next day. We remove the venison from the refrigerator, and we're going to lay it out on this towel and not completely dry it up, but do a little pat and get some of the moisture off of it as we lay it on the rack. The marinade will have penetrated this meat well, and it will taste good. So I like to pat it down, and it will help speed up the dehydration process. Now we'll finish all these racks and we'll be right back. Well, we set the temp at 150, and we're going to set the timer for 6 hours. Now, I didn't show loading the racks into the dehydrator. I do have some other videos that shows the dehydrator I'm using and how the racks are placed in it. Now that's some good looking deer jerky. Hey, look at this. Oh, that looks awesome. Hey, I vacuum sealed this into bags. I got it placed in there, and then we vacuum sealed it and dated it and divided it up into 4 separate bags and placed them in the freezer. Of course, I left some out for me to start on, so this is going to stay fresh. Hey, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, I hope you consider subscribing.